AI never takes a break, and this week has been absolutely wild. Now we have a free and open source video upscaler that sharpens videos and adds more detail, and it's incredibly good. This AI can mess with the blur or sharpness in your videos so you can make them look super cinematic. There's an AI that can generate full HD videos in real time. There's a new best video generator out, and it's right up there with Veo3 and Cdance 1.0. The videos it creates are incredible. Google has released an AI that's excellent at predicting cyclones. Plus, Minimax has open sourced their most impressive AI agent ever, and it's incredible. This AI can generate videos with transparent layers and also do the reverse. It can take an existing video, break it down into transparent layers, and much more. So, let's dive right in. First up, we have fascinating AI to discuss. This one called PlayerOne Egocentric World Simulator. This AI generates highly realistic videos from a person's perspective. It's as if you're the viewer or POV style. Okay, so here's how it works. Basically, you give it one picture to start the video, but then you also need to give it someone's movements. You'll need a different camera just to record yourself moving around. And this data will be inputted into the AI system to produce a first-person video that reflects and includes your specific movements. If you mimic slashing an imaginary sword, the video will depict that action. If you turn to the left, the video will show that movement too. Or here's another interesting scenario. We start off with this adorable dog picture, but the video will unfold in a unique way depending on how you move. This tool could be incredibly useful for video games and virtual reality. At the top of the page, they've released a GitHub repository, but it's currently empty, with no inference code or models available yet. Hopefully this will be released soon. Next, we have a new lip sync tool. This one's by Kuaishu, the same folks who made Kling AI. What it does is, you give it a video and some audio, and it'll basically make the video's mouth move along with the sound. Here are some examples.
OmniSync makes any character's mouth move perfectly with speech.
Whether it's real people, cartoons, or AI characters.
Let's see what OmniSync can do.
In the past, I've showcased several AI avatar tools. Just recently, last week, I highlighted Hunyuan Avatar, which is a pretty good tool. But the cool part is, this one takes one step further. Instead of inputting an image, you can use a video where the character is already moving, and it will lip sync the video with the audio crazy right. This gives you even more control. Plus, this makes deepfakes look way more real since you're starting with a video of the person already moving, and it works seamlessly with various characters and styles. Here are some examples.
If you were to focus half an hour of study on one field of endeavor for 5 consecutive years, you'd not only transform you, you'd transform the world around you.
And if you stack it up against other video lip sync tools, you'll see this new OmniSync usually does a better job. Unfortunately, for now, they've only released a technical paper. There's no indication yet if they will release it. But hey, if you're curious and want to read more, I'll link to this main page down in the description. Alright, next up, this AI is also really useful. It's called Any to Bokeh. It allows you to add bokeh or a blur effect to any video. Here are some examples. Okay, so check this one. Here's the before and here's the after. Notice how it keeps the horse and rider in sharp focus while blurring everything in the background. This effect truly makes them stand out. Here's one more example. Here's the before and after. After processing, here's the result. Notice again that the woman stands out more. Blurring the background and foreground makes it look much more cinematic. And here's one more example. Even with a super blurry, action-packed scene, you can still see a guy breakdancing right there in the middle. The AI can precisely identify the dancing guy, separating them from the background and applying a blur effect only to the latter. This is an impressive tool. You can also with this customize where the focus should be in the scene. Here's the original video. And once it has been run through this, we are then able to modify the position of the focal plane. It's like adjusting the focus of a lens. Observe the focus shifting from the foreground to the subjects, then to the background. This gives you ultimate control over where to place the blur. Here's one more example. Suppose we have a scene featuring 2 characters, one in the background, one in the foreground. After processing with this AI, you can choose where to focus in the scene. We can first focus on the guy in the foreground, then shift to the woman in the background. And you can also customize the blur strength. Notice that we can make this as blurry or clear as we want. So as you see, this is such a useful tool. So I'm pretty sure we won't be lugging big, bulky cameras around in the future. We could just use a basic mobile phone to take videos and then use this AI to add blur wherever we want. The cool part is, they've got a GitHub repo, and it's right at the top of the page. Okay, so just scroll down a bit, and in the middle, you'll see how to download and run this on your computer. Next, we've got a really cool AI to talk about. It's called LayerFlow. This AI can generate videos with transparent layers. Let me show you some examples. For instance, it can create a transparent foreground, like this blue swirly energy effect, along with a background layer. When you combine these layers, this is the result you get. Okay, check this example. And this one also. Pretty good, right? But that's not all. It can also do the reverse. In simpler terms, you have the option to feed it a video, and it can then isolate the subject onto a transparent layer while simultaneously creating a separate background layer, as you can see here. This tool is incredibly handy for extracting specific elements from a video into a transparent layer and then placing them onto a different background. Here's another feature it offers. Additionally, if you possess a video featuring an object with a clear background, such as this bear, it has the capability to generate an appropriate background for it. When you merge them, you get a seamless video of the bear walking in the snow. It's worth noting that the newly created background layer effectively replicates the camera's motion from the original footage. Everything blends seamlessly, creating a cohesive scene. They've released a GitHub repository, and it mentions that the code is coming soon. It seems they're planning to open source this, which is fantastic. Next up, this week, Google DeepMind unveiled Weather Lab. It's an interactive tool that employs AI to forecast the path of tropical cyclones. This AI model specifically predicts cyclone formation and tracks its intensity, size, and shape up to 15 days ahead. It gets this done by coming up with 50 possible scenarios, all thanks to something called stochastic neural networks. So in this example, the black lines are where the cyclones actually went, and the blue lines are what this AI guessed. It's pretty spot on with what actually happened, and the fact that it can predict 15 days ahead is really what makes it so useful. Here's what's impressive about this AI model. It's as good as, or even better than, other top prediction systems out there, like ENS, which is the main global physics-based model. This AI's 5-day prediction is, on average, 140 kilometers closer to the actual paths than ENS's predictions. Moreover, ENS achieves this accuracy only 3.5 days ahead, while this AI does it 5 days in advance. Not only is this more accurate at predicting the cyclone's path, but it can also forecast events earlier. The way they trained this model was quite intuitive. Essentially, they provided this AI with decades of weather reanalysis data from millions of observations worldwide. This massive dataset includes nearly 5,000 observed cyclones from the past 45 years. So, from all this, the AI got really good at understanding how cyclones start and where they go. So, when put to use, it can predict cyclones with great accuracy. Currently, it's unclear if they plan to release the code or open source it. However, they have provided a free, interactive platform that anyone can use to try it out. Next up, this tool is truly amazing. Not only can this generate videos in real time, but it also supports interactive video creation, enabling you to influence the ongoing generation process. It's kind of like controlling a video game. Let me show you some examples. Here's a video that's 736 by 416 pixels at 24 frames per second. This was generated in real time using just one H100 GPU. This video is a minute long. Here's how it works. It starts with a single image as input and serve as the video's very first frame. This image will initiate the real-time creation of the entire video sequence. You can control the scene or movements in the video by giving it prompts. Like, you can just tell the character exactly what to do, or move the camera to a different angle, or even change the entire scene, all with a simple prompt. Now, these videos run at 24 frames per second. As I mentioned, the amazing part is it can generate minute-long videos in real time. It can even generate videos longer than a minute, which is a huge leap. If you have multiple GPUs, you can combine them to generate HD videos in real time. For example, these videos are 1472 by 608 pixels at 24 frames per second. Here are some more cool features you can explore. This AI allows you to input a pose skeleton video, and then by providing any photo of a character as the initial frame, it will proceed to generate a video of this in real time. The model can also function like a virtual camera. Again, you provide a starting image as the first frame. But beyond that, it supports the input of camera embeddings, providing precise control over the camera's motion in a three-dimensional environment. It applies these movements to the video in real time. So it's pretty much like Google Maps Street View, but you're exploring this three-dimensional world that's being made right there in front of you. So their model can generate something called a latent frame, which is basically a small video snippet with 4 frames. And it only takes one go through the neural network to make this happen, which they call 1 NFE in technical terms. This makes it incredibly fast, much quicker than previous methods that needed multiple passes through the neural network. My view is that this technology will become highly prevalent in the coming months, thereby removing the need for prolonged waiting periods to produce short video clips. Soon, we'll have real-time AI video streaming. Anyway, if you scroll to the top of the page, it seems they've only released a technical paper for now. There's no sign if they'll release the models or inference code, but it's still exciting and worth sharing. This is the first really good real-time video generator we've come across. Next up, get ready for a model that's causing some serious excitement online, with users calling it wild and incredibly capable. We're talking about Minimax M1, which has just dropped and is being described as a powerful new AI agent. Some are even saying it feels like it combines the strengths of top research models, advanced computer interaction, and sophisticated reasoning all in one. One of the standout features that has people talking is its 1 million token memory, which allows for an incredibly long context window. Plus, it's an open weight model, which is fantastic news for the AI community. Minimax M1 is described as the world's first open-weight, large-scale hybrid attention reasoning model. It's powered by a hybrid mixture of experts architecture combined with a novel lightning attention mechanism. This architecture, based on their previous 456 billion parameter model, supports 1 million token context length. That's 8 times the context size of models like DeepSeek R1. Benchmark results show these models outperforming other strong open-weight contenders like DeepSeek R1 and Qwen 3, especially shining in complex software engineering tasks, agentic tool use, and long context understanding. If you want to check it out, the models are available on Hugging Face, and Minimax also provides a chatbot and online API for general use and evaluation. Minimax M1 certainly looks like a strong new foundation for the next generation of AI agents ready to tackle real-world challenges. Also, this week, Minimax released their Hailuo 2 model, and it's quite insane. As you guys know, in my last video, I discussed Seeddance's 1.0, which is currently leading the all leaderboards for video generation. And now, in the same week, here comes this new model. Alright everyone, brace yourselves for some incredible news out of Minimax Week. Hailuo AI unveiled Hailuo 02, and it's being called absolutely insane, offering world-class video quality and record-breaking cost efficiency. So, what's new? Sharper instruction following. It nails your prompts with precision. Extreme physics and acrobatics. Characters pull off wild moves that look stunningly realistic. Native 1080p output, bigger and leaner, trained with 3 times more parameters on 4 times more data, yet 2.5 times more efficient. Smashing performance. Users reported aces, complex emotion tests, and mirror scenarios. Dynamic camera work. Shots feel cinematic with smooth pans, tilts, and movement. Good news is, it's still free to try. Go to Hailuo AI Video Create and start generating your insane clips. Next up, this AI is incredibly useful. It's called Seed VR2, and it's an AI that can enhance videos. So basically, if your video isn't great quality, it can clean up the noise, blur, and other weird stuff. Here are some examples. Let's say on the left we have this input video. After processing it, look the video how much sharper and clear it is. It adds a lot more detail and sharpness. Here's another example. Here's the before, a super blurry scene. But after processing, look how much sharper everything is. And here's yet another example. Here's the before and here's the after. So basically it adds a lot more detail to this guy's face. By using this new model, it can restore 1080p videos in a single step, making it much faster and more efficient than other ways of doing it. Here are some comparison examples. As you can see that this new version performs much better. Look at how sharp and detailed the result is. Okay, so they released two variants. A smaller 3 billion parameter variant, alongside a larger 7 billion parameter version that offers superior quality. But it takes longer to generate, so it depends on what you're aiming for. This offers a trade-off between speed and quality. This is how it's built on the inside. It uses a regular video diffusion transformer. But the cool thing is, it's built to do its job in just one step. Alright, so at the top of the page. Good news! They actually released it. Alright, if you click on this GitHub repo and scroll down, it's got all the steps to download and use this on your machine locally. And if you hit this model weights link, it'll take you straight to Hugging Face. And yep, they've got the newest seed VR models there. So, as you see, this is definitely the best free and open source video upscaler you can use right now. Next up, here's another intriguing AI. It's called Part Crafter. This AI generates three-dimensional objects from images. We've seen many image to 3D model generators before, like Hunyuan 3D and Trellis, but this one can create 3D models with separate parts, even if those parts aren't visible in the original image. Here are a few examples. Let's say you input this image. So it can create a three-dimensional model from that, and cool enough it can split it into different parts as shown here. The segmentation is impressively accurate. When you separate the parts, this is the result. Here are more examples. Even with a complex dinosaur model, it can segment it into different parts like this. You can input an entire scene, and it will generate a three-dimensional model with all objects segmented. What's truly astonishing is its capability to generate sections of the scene that were not visible in the initial perspectives. Notice how this is a particularly tricky scene. The cool part is, even if the wardrobe's completely in the way, it can still figure out what the bed behind it should look like, and make a really realistic three-dimensional scene. However, if you navigate to the top of the page, you'll find their GitHub repo, which announces the forthcoming release of inference scripts and pre-trained models prior to July 15th, a very welcome development. It appears they're going to open source this, so stay tuned. That's the end of today's show. Thank you all for your support and watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave comments. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. See you in the next episode, and as always, I will be on the lookout for the newest and coolest AI tools to share with you. So if you enjoyed this video, remember to like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content.